Hi, my name is Swagata and I'm a tutor at PolyVox.in, and today I'll be teaching you the personal pronomen auf Deutsch, the personal pronouns in German. So we have four cases in German language. They are nominative, accusative, dative, and genitive. Now, out of these four cases, the most basic one and the one that is the most necessary one is nominative. This is the most in a sense the form case basically. It's the ground case, so it's nominative. This case is what describes the subject, the first subject. So it's nominative case. So it's one of the most important and one of the most basic cases. So we are going to learn the personal pronouns of this particular case, which is the most basic case in German. So as always, we have two distinctions, singular and plural. So singular is basically things or people that take one unit only, and plural is many units. Okay, this is quite clear. Now we have the three distinctions of first person, second person, and third person. Okay, so in this first person singular form, we have ish. I have written the pronunciation here, it's ish. So it's not ich, it's ish. Ish means I in German. So I, ish. In plural, we have wir. So wir means we in German. We. So if I have to say I am in park, ich bin im Park. Ich bin im Park. If I have to say we are in park, then wir sind im Park. This bin and sind, these are verbs. We will learn that later. But right now we have to concentrate on the subject. So here, ish is the subject. I am in park. I is the subject, right? So ish. We are in park. We is the subject. So wir. So this is how we are going to be using the first person, singular and plural. We have the second person, but this is quite complicated, so we will have a look at it later. But first, we'll have a look at the third person. So in the third person, we have sie, es. Means he. Sie means she. Sie is pronounced as sie. It's sie. So it's sie. It's not sie, it's sie. So that means she. And s is it. It has no gender. So it. S. Then we have another z. But this z is different. This z has a different form. This is used for plural cases. So this z is for they. So if you're saying they, then that's z. But this z is for she. Here, the distinction is with the verb. Now we will learn the verbs later, but we'll have to keep in mind that there are two z in the third person form. One is in plural and one is in singular. Now to make things even more complicated, we have the second person. Now the second person is you. And of course, if there are more people that I'm referring to, then it's you all, or you guys. Okay? So in the singular informal one, when you're talking to your friend or somebody informally, then you will use do when you're referring to them. So you do. So we say in English you, but in German we say do. So it's like in Hindi we say tu, right? So in German that's do. So it's pronounced quite the way it's written, do. Then we have in the plural, informal form, we have ear. So ear, it's pronounced like, I'll write the pronunciation here. ear. So ear is also in informal form. It's used in informal sense. Ear. So if you're referring to your a bunch of friends and you want to say you guys, then it's ear. And then we have Z. Another time there is Z. Now what does this Z mean? This Z means you, but in formal situations. So if you're referring to your boss, if you're referring to your teacher, but put but you it's like in a formal situation. For example, in school, you're referring to your teacher, your principal, anybody, but somebody that's older than you and in a formal position, not in a informal relationship with you, you have to refer them with Z. So even when I'm teaching, I refer to the students as Z, but only when we get frank with each other after a lot of time, I can use do. So we have Z. So this is you, formal form, Z. Now, this is pronounced same like the way I said here, Z. So this is also pronounced as Z. Now we have in plural again Z. Now this one is for formal situations. Also, as always, for formal situations, but this is for plural. Now in singular and plural, second person form, Z is same. Alright. So how many Z are there? There's one in second person singular Z. Then we have in plural second person. All right, that's clear. Then we have in third person Z, which refers to she. And then we have in plural third person, which refers to they, Z. I hope that is clear because this is something that you'll have to memorize when you're learning German because it's some things we just need to memorize. So take some time out of your day and memorize this table. I have also written the pronunciation for parts where it might be unclear. So, for example, some people might say C, but it's not C, it's Z. So, there's this dead sound. And if you want to learn more about words or more about how to pronounce German letters, German alphabets, German words, and if you want to learn more about new vocab, verbs, like I said, and much more new vocab, then you'll have to subscribe to PolyVox.in, and also please like and share this video. Thank you so much.